Hello and welcome to the League of Catan Season 6. That's right, we are 6 seasons deep into this, and every year I forget how much work it is, and I have been so fucking busy between my Catan, my actual work, my music bingo shows. There's just so much going on. I'm sick currently. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice or see it in my face. I called out sick to work today, but I'm feeling better. Not by much, but a little bit better. So here we are, week one. We're starting it out. We back, baby. We back. To the greatest league in the world, the greatest thing you could possibly be a part of in your puny little existence of a life. This is by far better than any kind of relationship or maybe having a baby. Nothing compares to the league. This is blows it out all that out of the water in terms of importance and just all around perfection in life. So let's get into it. We got some housekeeping to do, and we got 3-player games are back. Last season we only had one 3-player game. This season we have 3 3-player games every single week. So we got that. So we got a lot to get through. So first of all, I have noticed that based on questions that I'm getting on the group chats, questions I'm getting on my personal phone, that almost most of you just haven't read the rules. So for the love of God, read the fucking rules. It is right there on the Discord. All you have to do is click the rules. It'll take you about 2 to 5 minutes to read them. That's not a lot of time. And then you don't have to look dumb asking all these questions that were clearly answered in the rules. So please read the rules. It'll make me happy. It'll make you happy, and you'll avoid point deductions. So read the rules. Don't forget to read the scouting report either. The scouting report's extremely important. Our scouts our in-house scouts worked tirelessly to make that scouting report, and it has individual personalized write-ups for every single person, so you know exactly who you're playing each week. You know exactly what they're coming from and who they are a little bit, because there are 29 people in this league, and chances are you don't know them all. Because, a little secret for you, I don't even know them all. There's so many people in here in this league that I haven't even met. I'm just going off of recommendations. Like, this guy likes Catan. He's pretty cool. I'm like, bring him in. So, please read the round. Please read the scouting report. Please read the rules. All right, let's get into it. We got a lot of accolades coming up from week one. So you know how it is. We start off with the huge shout out. Huge shout out this week goes to it's split between 2 players, but one of these 2 players is just the greatest, most beautiful settler in the entire league by far. He is unmatched in any capacity anywhere else. A little settler by the name of Goop. There it is. Goop. There it is. Along with Bold and Brash. Both won their games with perfect games. So that is incredible. Great way to start off the league with a little 16-point bonus. Those 2 are top of the leaderboard, higher than anyone else right off the bat. My throat is drying up like crazy. I told you I'm sick. Oh, man, I need some tea. Let's get through this. All right, we have coming up next, we got honorable mention. Honorable mention this week goes out to A-Dog, It's Called Pork Roll, Big Booty Judy, Occidental Resource Enterprise, a.k.a. OR, the Chattahoochee Coochies, and Sheep for all winning their games. Yes, that is only 8 people will win each week, and those 6 won it for week one. An absolute perfect, great start to your league. This is exactly what you need to get the ball rolling. That little 15 points is gonna keep you cruising. It is so important in this league to win. I can't stress that enough. With the 5 point bonus you get, you're just boosting points over everybody. So it's so important to win. And these 6 settlers all did their best and won their games. Occidental, you just missed your honorable mention shout out just there. But that's okay. You're here with us now. All right, we're going next to who to watch. So in this segment, we have some rookies in the chat and some rookies in the league. So I'm sure you're not familiar with all their terminology. So who to watch. This is an little accolade, little shout out to let everybody in the league know who's cooking it up, who's starting to get the ball rolling, who's heating up. Who, if this person's in your game, you gotta be careful because it's who to watch for a reason. They're on a rocket ship. They're on a clear path to victory. So, who to watch? You know who to watch. I mean, come on. There's only one settler in this league worthy of watching. That's right. It is Goop. There it is, winning with a perfect game in America's 3-player game of the week while being sick. That ain't me though. You know me. I'm Klaus Guber. I'm just a big fan of Goop. There it is. But yes, he won America's 3-player game of the week with a 6, just like flu-ridden Michael Jordan, beating out his competitors. One of them being the grand champion, the current reigning grand champion. That's right. He beat out Mike Master of all things dirty while being sick. So incredibly impressive. Be on the lookout for Goop. There it is. Starting out with a perfect game, beating the grand champion with a perfect game while sick. That's gonna be this might just be his year. All right, moving on to Player Hater of the Week. That's right. Everybody's favorite accolade that they try to get. Everybody's always gunning for Player Hater of the Week. And because of that, we have 2 nominees for Player Hater of the Week. Only one can be the official one. We have the 2 nominees being Big Booty Judy and All Bricked Up, the villain himself. After much time and consideration and rereading of the Smack Talk that went down. Yes, I'm sorry, let me explain. Player Hater of the Week, for those who are new or those who have simply forgotten in the past year, Player Hater of the Week goes out to the biggest player hater, the settler who talked the most trash, the most smack, and earned his way to the Player Haters Ball, if you're familiar with Dave Chappelle at all. That's where it originated from. And like I said, the 2 nominees are Big Booty Judy and All Bricked Up. And this week's winner has to be Big Booty Judy. Big Booty Judy, fun fact for those of you who don't remember or who weren't even a part of this league back when player hating was first invented. Player Hater of the Week was recommended by Big Booty Judy himself. And here he goes, just proving to y'all why he's so good at that. So, here we go. Without further ado, so Big Booty Judy posted into his group some of the most beautiful original smack talk the league has ever seen with, I'm not sure how to quite describe it. It's kind of like those spam texts that, or like spam AIM messages from back in the day where it was like, with all the emojis, it's like, if you don't send this to 5 settlers, you will roll 7s for the rest of your league or something. I'm gonna read it out. It's not gonna do its just glory, so I am actually gonna post it in the Discord chat afterwards, so you can bask in the glory of just pure, beautiful player hating. Because reading it out loud doesn't do it justice. Because he really put a lot of work into this. Okay, here we go. Big Booty Judy dropped into the chat with this little gem. It goes out of nowhere. He just drops out with, Week 1 has come, and I can't wait to see what sort of crops you baby boys have been growing. I'ma be real with you, little hoes. I'm the big bad robber, and I'm here to steal all your V cards. See you all next Nuts Day. Obviously, it doesn't do it as much glory or beauty without all the emojis sprinkled in there beautifully. So I will be posting that to the group chat. Now, before we move on, we're going to have a little break and a little word from our sponsors. Oh man, it's been a year. I've just been eating so many tacos, so many tortillas. I have gotten muy gordo, mi amigo. Whatever can I do about all this new mass I have acquired? I have mass, as they say. Well, my friend, you see all these ripped muscles I have? It's because I work out at Gabe and Devin's gym, located in beautiful Guadalajara, Mexico. Very central. Don't worry about there's many rumors circulating that it's on fire, that cars are crashing into buildings and exploding. This is nonsense, my friends. Come on down to Gabe and Devin's Gimnasio and get the muscles and mass in a good way. And we're back. All right, moving right along. We're moving on to the 3-player games. So, that's right, this is a new section because last season, I should say, we only had 1 3-player game. Now we got 3 3-player games every week, so 3-player accolades are back. All right, starting off with the fastest 3-player game. Oh, excuse me, It's amazing that I'm here. Like I said, I called out sick from work today. I'm trying my best, guys. All right, fastest 3-player game goes to the one, the only, the most beautiful, spectacular settle there. Goop, there it is. Goop, there it is. Won his game, which let's do a little wrap it up. This is not only is this the fastest 3-player game of the week, it is the 3-player game of the week. So the week that had no, it's not. No, yes, it is. It is a 3-player game. It's a 3-player game of the week. For those of you who do not know, a game of the week, just in general, is the game that had the most points. So the most amount of points. So it makes it the hardest game where everybody's really even and fighting each other for the win. So it was the 3-player game of the week. It was the fastest 3-player game of the week. And on top of that, it was America's 3-player game of the week because we had Mike, Master of All Things Dirty, the current reigning grand champion, as well as 9th rated Stony Soprano and 10th rated Goop, there it is, all fighting for the first win of the week. And you know what it is. Your boy, Goop, there it is, came out on top with a perfect game. It was a struggle, though. It was there's a lot of people playing, or a lot of points being handed out. This game, he was able to win it in only 25 minutes and 29 seconds. That is a full 9 minutes faster than any other 3-player game with the perfect game. Coming out, as I said, it was game of the week, so it came out to a total of 23 points out of a possible 29 points. Only 6 points left on the table. That record will definitely be beaten as the league goes on. Not the most impressive game of the week, but still, Goop, there it is, winning fastest 3-player game, 3-player game of the week, and winning out America's game of the week. Incredible, impressive, with a perfect game while sick. Absolutely beautiful. You love to see it. Moving along to 3-player ass pounder of the week. So again, for those of you who are rookies, or for those of you who simply just forgot our terminology, Ass Pounder of the Week is the settler who beat the other players with the most amount of points, and they had the least amount of points. So, unsimilar to Game of the Week, Game of the Week is where everybody's even. Ass Pounder of the Week is where somebody wins and the other people, they got blown out of the water. They didn't even stand a chance. So, 3-player Ass Pounder of the Week goes to the huge shout out man himself, Bold and Brash. Bold and Brash winning with a perfect game, beating out Return to Randy, holding him to just a mere 6 points, and Trout Daddy. Only 3 points for Trout Daddy? That is brutal, but especially for a man who said he's been training all year. But I do have to say, I think he was pretty frazzled. Yeah, there was a big storm coming through, and I think he got pulled over. Guys, the league's important, so make sure to run all the red lights and speed if you need to make a game. He did the absolute right thing and got pulled over trying to make his game on time. Make sure to do that. That is highly recommended. Anyway, for a total score of 20 out of 29 points, I think there might also be, that record will probably be beaten as well, but to win a perfect game and get the ass pounding, great way to start it off. Great way to hold yourself up high while pushing the others down. That is exactly what you want to do, guys. You want to get your opponents with the least amount of points and you with the most amount of points, because at the end of the day, it's all about that leaderboard. You got to climb that leaderboard to the tippity top. You want to be if you want to be the grand champion and have all the glory, have all the cash and the beautiful trophy to match, you got to be playing ruthless. You got to be playing cutthroat. You got to be destroying. You got to be ass pounding your opponents. All right. We'll be right back after these messages. Ugh. I'm so tired of the winter. My nose is stuffed. I can't see clearly. I'm so shivering cold. If only there was a premier resort destination to a beautiful tropical land. There is. What? Yes, my friend. Please, come on down to Villa Ventosa in beautiful sunny Puerto Rico. We got tropical breeze. We got palm trees. We got chickens and more dogs than you can count. They seem to be multiplying. Just every time you go to Villa Ventosa, there's another dog there. So if you're looking for a premier vacation destination with island vibes, warmth, beautiful chicharrones, and unlimited dogs, come on down to Villa Ventosa. When you're here, you're in Puerto Rico. Woo! What a commercial. We're back. Oh, God. It's a struggle, guys. I am riding the struggle bus. All right. Moving on to the 4-player games of the week. The real meat of this league. So, like I said, we have 3 3-player games each week. That means we have 5 4-player games. 4-player games, as we all know, that's where you earn your stripes. That's where you earn the glory. It's a much harder game to win, and so these accolades are that much more impressive. So we're starting out with fastest game of the week. We got It's Called Pork Roll, winning the fastest game of the week, beating it out. Do I Make You Orny, Baby, with holding it with 8 points. As well as Don Keatic, who was held to just 8 points as well. And Wheat, I thought you said Weast, bringing up the rear with just 4 points. That is brutal, Wheat. Remember, guys, if you read the rules, you would know that in 4th place or 3rd in a 3-player game, you get no point bonuses. So you end with 4 points, you're putting 4 points on the leaderboard. That is not a good way to start your league. But hey, it's just the beginning. It's a long season. We still got 7 more weeks. So you can easily come on back. climb up that leaderboard. So, fastest game of the week, like I said, he did it. So it was a total score of 30 out of 38, so a pretty spicy game. And he did it in just 38 minutes and 26 seconds. Really pretty quick for a four-player game. Only about 13 minutes longer than the fastest three-player game, which with a full more other person, that's pretty impressive. All right. Well done. It's called Pork Roll. Starting out your season with a bang very quickly. All right. Moving on to Game of the Week. Remember, the Game of the Week is the one that was the most brutal, where you really had to scratch and claw your way out of it because everybody was snatching up points. So, we got the player hater himself coming out on top. This is what happens, guys. When you drop a player hating hate that was so beautiful and well thought out as Big Booty Judy, chances are you're going to take home the win as well. So Big Booty Judy beating out Honestly Late, who put a pin in that guy. We're going to have to talk about him in a bit. He had 9 points, beating out Papa Pork Belly, who also had 9 points, and the Hoary Roman Empire with 6 points, coming out to a total of 34 out of 38 possible points. Extremely impressive run, leaving just 4 points out. You know that was a stressful game. You know that people were sweating bullets in that one. So well done, Big Booty Judy, for talking the smack and then backing that ass, backing that big old booty right up. And he did it in 59 minutes and 51 seconds. That is a impressively long and sweaty game. That'll take some years off your life. An hour of game that intense. All right, moving on to ass pounder of the week. We have the ass pounder of the week. He's right here for in our chat. I love to see it. That makes me so happy. We have the one and only Occidental Resource Enterprise, aka OR, beating out Catatonic, holding her down to just 6 points. PG Construction and Materials, only 4 points. And Woolly Wankers, only 4 points. That is an absolutely brutal ass pounding. I don't even think he used loop for that one. He just went to town on them. Yeah, strong arm for sure. You might have got your whole fist up there at one point. That is a record that I'm not sure if that one's going to be beaten very soon. That is a total of 24 out of 38 points, leaving, 14 points on the board? You guys, I mean, you gotta bring it more than that. And doing it in a pretty timely manner, getting this ass pounding done in only 43 minutes and 46 seconds. So he really just got in there and went to town on these asses, really pounded them pretty hard and fast. Very impressive. All right. Moving on to America's Game of the Week, which was also the Big Booty Judy game. Yes, Big Booty Judy beating out some high-ranking players. He had he had Big Booty Judy. He had the number 1 ranked player. He had the number 8th ranked player and a rookie in that game. So it was the highest threat level of 9.5 out of 12. So America's Game of the Week goes to Big Booty Judy. Well done, Big Booty Judy. I love that you were broadcasting your player hating to the world during America's Game of the Week. You know that America's Game of the Week, it's the most eyes on that game. That's primetime Catan. Everybody's tuned in around the world. They love to watch that America's Game of the Week. All right, moving on to my least favorite part of the show, where we talk about those shameful bots. Now, that being said, we had an incredible week where only 1 bot was used. So, round of applause for everybody. That is a very low amount of bots being used, and we want to keep it that way, guys. Like, if we can get 1 bot, or ideally no bots, because come on, let's play the game. But you know, sometimes things come up and stuff happens. But what happens when you let a bot play for you, a filthy, disgusting clanker play for you, you're not gonna do too good. Everybody wants to team up on the bot. There's no representation of what you want, and so we only had one player use it. That was Orplay. Great name, by the way. Orplay. I don't know what happened. We were hanging out on Friday and Saturday night, so he might have been just as sick as me and couldn't have gone through the game. I mean, not me. Sorry, just as I am Klaus Gruber. I have nothing to do with the league. I'm a commentator. I'm a third party. I am talking, of course, about Goop. There it is. But yes, Orplay had to use a bot, and what happens when you use a bot? He ends the game in fourth place with how many? How many? Only 3 points? 3 points? That's just sad. But that's what happens when you use a bot. And you don't want to use them more because, as we all know, because we all read the rules, the more bots you use, the more point deductions you get. All right. We'll be right back after these messages. Ma, where are my checkered pants? My black and white checkered pants with my denim vest. I need them. I need them to go to the Ruler Show. That's right. If you like ska, if you like punk, come to Raleigh's #1 ska punk band, Ruler, playing sometimes at the Poorhouse and other such venues. Check them out if you like ska. If you like punk, this is the band for you. And we're back. All right. Got a few things to wrap up, and then I'm going to let you guys all have a great night. So, remember when I said we had to put a pin in Honestly Late and talk about him later? Because we got to talk about him. Because you can't just go around doing whatever the fuck you want. This is they have an HQ. This is a full sanctioned league. This is professional. You can't just make up your own shit and do your own games. So, Honestly Late, as we all know, is the biggest villain of the league. If you read the scouting report, which I know we've all read the scouting report, of course. What would you, why, I mean, come on. What else do you have to do in your life except read the scouting report? So if you read the scouting report, which I know you did, you would have seen that Honestly Late is an absolute atrocious, abysmal disease on this league, but we do love him. I mean, he's practically family. So he's in the league, but he went out and he said he couldn't make his game, and instead of using a bot as league commands, he went out and got a past member of the league to play as a substitution. Now, usually in the past we have allowed this. We all like playing with a human more than a bot. You're still going to get the bot penalties, obviously, but he didn't tell me. He didn't tell HQ. He didn't reach out to HQ. None of that. All of a sudden, I get a message from Three Monkeys in a Trench Coat asking me to put him in the group. And I'm like, I asked you if you wanted to join the league, and you said no. You said you were busy. And he said, yeah, but I'm filling in for Honestly Late. And I'm like, I mean, they were like, excuse me? This is news to us. We didn't sanction this. We didn't approve this. We didn't let the rest of the members in his group know that this was going to happen. So judgment has been swift, and we have already put down the hammer and concluded that if Honestly Late miraculously wins the league, I gave Three Monkeys in a Trench Coat the choice of taking the trophy from him or the cash prize. Of course, he chose the glorious trophy. I mean, that's the only thing you could really want in this league. So yeah, Honestly Late, if you win the league, you'll get the cash prize, but you ain't getting no trophy. That trophy goes to Three Monkeys in a Trench Coat. So don't go doing shady shit behind our backs, because we're going to find out. and the punishment will be swift and severe. You heard it here first. All right. Now, to finish out this broadcast, as you know, it's a little tradition here at League of Catan weekly roundup show to either to do a poem or but usually just a poem about how much we love the league and how thankful we are. Like I said, we've been extremely busy. We've been incredibly sick. So I wasn't able to do a full original poem, but I've been obsessed with the song Wayfaring Stranger recently. I've been listening to like 2 or 3 times a day. There's so many different versions, from like the Johnny Cash version to that dude from 1917 to Rihanna something. The Rihanna one's my favorite, not the Rihanna. Her name's something else. Anyway, I've been obsessed with that one, so I rewrote the lyrics into a beautiful poem for you guys. I was planning on originally singing it, but I'm the worst singer and my voice is fucked. I was doing a music bingo, a private show, music bingo last night while sick, and my mic didn't work, and I was just screaming at the crowd. So I'm not gonna sing, but I will recite the poem as a poem instead of a song. Okay, let's do it. I am just a poor wayfaring settler, rolling through this league alone. There are no monopolies, no robbers, no sevens, in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my shepherd and all my sheep who have been traded. I'm just rolling over Catan. I'm just rolling over home. I know dark forces will gang up on me. I know my path will be blocked by roads. But beauteous wheat fields arise before me, where my glory will be restored. I'm going there to win it all and become grand champion. So I'm just rolling over Catan. I'm just rolling over home. I'm just rolling over Catan. I'm just rolling over home. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful evening. And it's week 1. So for those about to settle, we salute you.